It is 9 o'clock, and good evening, everyone. I'm Brian Allen.
I'm Andrea Anderson. Last night, the Sioux Falls City Council passed a new ordinance on liquor licenses.
Some say that the new ordinance will make it more difficult for small businesses to obtain one of those licenses. Parker Brown looked into this and brings us our 9 o'clock top story tonight. Parker.
Hey Brian and Andrea, the City Council passed the ordinance by a vote of 6-1. The former lottery system to buy a liquor license has been replaced by a bidding process. The change was in an attempt to make the license purchasing process more fair to small businesses, but many are saying that the sealed bids will make it even more favorable towards more wealthy businesses.
The state limits the amount of liquor licenses available to communities based on population size. Finding a fair way to distribute liquor licenses is more challenging when businesses with more assets continue to have a leg up on people trying to break into the industry.
At first we had a waiting list, but then we had people that would pay to get on the waiting list for no other reason than to get on the list, get a license, buy it, and then resell it. And so they would make a big windfall. So they're speculating essentially. And there are people that were on the list multiple times.
Then they went to a lottery system. The lottery wasn't perfect because owners with more locations had more chances of getting drawn. This brought about the recent ordinance that changed the lottery to a sealed bidding process. Greg Neitzert was close to voting against the ordinance, but an amendment he brought forward changed his mind. Pat Starr was the only council member to vote against the change.
This puts it in place of giving it to the person who can pay the most rather than who might open the nicest new restaurant. Now we've priced kind of that small startup type of restaurant out of it.
Businesses with more assets have continued to come out on top. Many bars and breweries don't even try to obtain a liquor license and settle for just a malt beverage license because it's difficult to compete with business owners who own multiple locations and multiple licenses. We requested a list of liquor licenses in the city, and 11 companies own more than one business that has a liquor license. In fact, MG Oil Company owns 8 businesses with a liquor license, including the 18th Amendment and Billy Frogs.
It's a fair concern. No matter what model we've chosen, certain entities have figured out how to get a competitive advantage. But trying to devise a solution that works with state law and that would be fair to everyone, that you can't exercise some sort of competitive advantage, is very difficult, and we've tried 3 different times.
Now, the City Council meeting last night surprisingly did not have any public testimony. Yes, it was the day after a holiday, but Starr thinks that it could be because they're still at the front end of this issue. Brian and Andrea.